Hey YouTubers, today's video is going to show how to remove the fuel tank on a GM 4106. Might apply to some of the other similar models. This is the fuel tank on the curb side of the bus. The door for the fuel tank is connected by a bolt right there and a bolt right there. So you go under the bus, remove those two bolts, and swing the door up. There's it goes on those tabs there. You got to hold the door up because it doesn't have a an arm. And this is what you're going to see. I believe this is a 140 gallon fuel tank. The reason that I'm pulling this tank out is because the supports for the tank, which are down here, are starting to fail. This one out here looks pretty straight. There's maybe 6 of them. They look to be like some kind of a tubular fabrication. They're behind the front wheel, so they probably picked up sand and dirt and then fill with water and stay wet and rot from the inside out. So they're starting to bow. The rest of this bus is in great condition, but those need to be looked at and probably replaced. So the first thing is to pull the tank out. So once you get the door open, this is what you're going to see. It's pretty simple. You have the vent line, the return line rather, return, supply, and then this line here is the vent. The vent goes here, and I have seen some guys or heard some guys ask, hey, where does that vent line go? Because as you can see, it goes up into the coach. And then another line comes down, and it comes down to this thing here, which is the whistle. I'll show you what it does inside of the coach because the coach is gutted. So inside, this is what it does. It comes up, and it makes a little loop and goes back down. So that's how the vent and the whistle work. Later on in this video, I'm going to put some air into that whistle so I can hear it work, because I've never heard it work before. So those are the 3 lines that disconnect this flare fitting here, this flare fitting here, and then I'll take this section of vent line out so that it's not in my way. Holding the tank in place is these straps. This one's loose, get that one loose. We have the bolts on this side for all of the straps are removed. That happens from under the bus. You can kind of see back there. So all of the straps have the one bolt removed. We have the fuel drained out of the tank. There is a plug on the bottom of the tank. We actually pumped it out. Once we get the tank out, we'll finish draining it to see if there's any sediment in there. So far, so good. We'll be able to wash in this bay and visually inspect the tank, make sure there's no damage. So I'm going to pull those lines off and hopefully now be able to slide the tank out, and we'll go from there.